So you're moving here to the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area, and you're considering moving to Destin, and you're wondering, how much does it cost to purchase property here in the Destin area? How much is it going to cost me to purchase a home? Well, in this video, we're going to go over how much it costs to buy a single family home, a townhome, and of course, those wonderful vacation condos. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. As a military veteran of 14 years and now a military spouse, I've moved tons of places. And every time I moved somewhere, there was always such a lack of information of where to move to and what to anticipate. That's why we created this channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, texts from people that are moving to this area or thinking about it and have some questions every single day, and we absolutely love it. So if you are moving to this area and you have some questions and you need some help, just give us a call, a text, email, heck, shoot us a little paper airplane, whatever you need to do. We got your back when moving here to the Destin area. Okay, let's talk about Destin in particular. What does it cost, or how much does it cost to move to our area? Well, that's great. First thing I want to talk about though is, why would you want to move to Destin in the first place? Well, first things first is Destin's where everything is happening. There's always stuff going on. People travel from everywhere around Destin just to get there to do those things. So it's really nice if you're living already in there, you don't have to travel as much. Other great things is there's shops, restaurants, bars, they've got it all, and it's in Destin. You also have the Harbor Walk right downtown where most people like to go into, and you don't have to pay for parking if you're living right around there, right? Okay, so let's get into it. We're gonna talk about single family homes, we're gonna talk about townhomes and condos. Which ones do you want? All right, well, let's start getting into the numbers then, all right? For single family homes, that's a detached unit, you're looking at a median price in Destin of around $587,500. That's also including a high of $8.8 million and a low of $125,000, which is probably a fixer-upper if I had to guess. Now, just for waterfront, Tim, what are our options for waterfront? Well, I'm glad you asked. Your median price for that is $1,025,000, and that's a high of that $8.8 million and a low of $295,000. All right, now that does seem pretty low for waterfront for a single family home. Well, that waterfront's on one of the interior lakes, so don't get too excited yet. All right, for townhomes, you're looking at a median price of $289,900. That's a high of $700,000 and a low of $115,000. Looking into vacation rentals, maybe some condos. All right, so your average price, or rather your median price for a condo here in beautiful Destin, is around $365,000. That's a high of $2.6 million, which is probably a gorgeous unit, all the way down to a low of $60,000, which is probably not on the Gulf in the middle of Destin somewhere. So some things to remember about purchasing, not just in Florida or in Destin, but just the entire area. First thing to consider is HOA fees, homeowners association fees. Now that could be as low as $200 a year to over $8,000 a quarter. Whew. All right, why is it that much? Okay, well, it depends on what you're gonna get. So some things that are low, you're just gonna get a management fee, maybe somebody that comes out and cuts the lawn for common areas, or maybe even for your lawn. And it really depends on the taxes too. Now, if you're in condo units or big HOA places, it may have a lot of amenities, and you might be paying a premium for that. And if you're actually in condo units, it might be due to the number of units in each one of those properties, because the lower number, the higher amount that you're going to have to pay, right? It's not divvied up quite as easily. So those are just some of the reasons why those HOA fees will be so high. Other things to consider is the amount of money that you're going to have to put down. That's right, your down payment. Now, there's a multitude of different ways that you can end up paying for a property here. Of course, the easiest is cash, but if you're financing, you can use your VA benefit, FHA, or conventional. Now, VA is for the Veteran Affairs. So if you served in the military, and I believe it was at least 6 months, you may qualify to use a VA loan. Now, that's one of those things where you don't have to put any money down, which is fantastic for our veterans. And if you think that you qualify or have some questions, ask your real estate professional or your mortgage loan originator, and they'll be able to help you out with that. The other one is FHA, which you can put a very low down payment of 3.5% or whatever that purchase price is, and you'll be able to purchase a house that way. One thing I do want to mention though is that some areas, especially condo units, may not qualify for VA or FHA. So talk to your real estate professional about that before you plan on putting in an offer. Now, of course, your standard is your conventional type loans, which could be anywhere between 5 to 20+% down, depending on whatever your financial outcome or needs are. Now, if this is a second home, like you're moving from somewhere else and you just want to have this, know that most lenders are asking for at least 25% down for conventionals for second home. So just keep that in mind. Also, what we have here are closing costs. So here in the state of Florida, if you're looking at a buying professional, real estate professional to help you out, like us, know that you don't pay for our services. We get our commissions whenever the actual deal closes from the listing side. So we're free representation to you. Now, a caveat to that is that you still have to pay for the cost of business, what we call closing costs. Now, closing costs will depend on a lot of different things, mainly the lender that you're using, the taxes of the area and the size of your house, the price point, because some of those fees are based off of a percentage of whatever that purchase price is. But just know that for the average of the area, it's going to be anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000, really depending, just to give you kind of a wag there. All right, so we also have insurance to think about. Yeah, well, since we're in the Gulf Coast, we do have hurricanes. Yes, we certainly do. So depending on if it's a single family home, if it's a condo or whatever, you're going to be looking somewhere between $1,200 a year all the way up to $3,200 a year or more. Really just depends on the size of the house, where it's positioned, and what sort of, if it's in a flood zone or not. One thing that I really want you to know about Destin is the thing that we call COBRA zones, all right? Or it's really an acronym, it's CBRS zones. Now, if you are in that zone, you can only purchase that house or that condo through conventional loan, all right? And the insurance usually goes up quite a bit in these areas, even if your house is in a zone X, which is minimal or almost no flood zone. You can still be in a COBRA zone and still be in a zone X, which is a minimal flood zone. So that CBRS, or COBRA zone as it's commonly called, is a coastal barrier resource system, is what it actually stands for. And why those things exist is usually for different, if a storm comes in, it's kind of a surge area, or it could be just to protect certain wildlife or anything else that's in that area so nobody builds on it. Well, what happened in Destin is that they made this area a CBRS zone to make sure nobody built on it. And eventually somebody ended up purchasing that land back and then built on top of the zone, and they never changed it back. Even though it's not in a flood zone, it's still considered a CBRS zone or COBRA zone. And because if you move into a place and it's in there, you're still gonna pay a high premium for insurance. So just anticipate that. Ask your real estate agent before you put an offer in on a property in Destin if it is in that zone. So that's all I have for you for what you can anticipate as far as how much it costs to purchase a property here in the Destin area. If you have any questions about anything we talked about, please leave them here in the comments below. If there's something else that you know about your experience purchasing a property here in Destin, you want to share it with us, again, please leave it here in the comments below. And if you are moving to Destin or any of the surrounding areas and you need some help, again, give us a call, text, email, whatever you need to do. We got your back when moving here to the Destin area. Again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with eXp Realty, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.